When did you become a VTuber? Today. Duck. Oh! Oh, I'm saying that I wouldn't tell you a secret because you tell everybody. You right, though. Ew, look at all the gross goopy goops. Whatever the frick they are.
Oh, look at him! What a chunk!
It is what you call a plastic in the shape of a long tubular stick. You mean a straw? Oh. Help me. Help me, friend! So how quickly am I gonna die if I just walk out into the...
Don't fight me! We're not supposed to move!
Wait for me, guys! Wait for me! Wait! Well, frick, step on me. Don't impede our vacationing or blow up these islands. I will stab you.
Yeah!
Do I dare look at you? Long arm's gonna come and find his way in. I don't think I'm there, right?
Okay, I'm there! I'm there! Oh my gosh, tiny hole! Whee!
It always bothers me when there's no shampoo by a kitchen sink. Wait, what did I say? Did I say soup? Did I say soup instead of soap? Shampoo? What's worse? Shampoo? Please tell me I said soap this time.
I said shampoo! No!
We come! Like this? You want me to stop looking at you like this? Good spooks tonight? Oh, ah! Are we okay? Are we safe? Does his arms reach into here? Ah! Oh my gosh. You know what I do want? I want tits. The Twitch integrated throwing system. Roses are red, violets are blue. Omae wo mo shinderu. Nani?
Oh, you slut!
This is my first limited character constellation.
Shut up!
It's been a little bit tiring.
What the?
I'm dead! I'm dead! I'm dead! I'm dead! Why am I not dead? Why am I not dead? Why am I not dead?
Say hello to my little friend.
What the balls? Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Has already managed to make contact with the divine.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Big traveler. Big traveler. Get down! You don't know what to do. Hi! I'm not moving! I'm sorry! I'm checking something on my phone right now! But hi, everybody! How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hope things are going okay. Hold on, I'm checking something on my phone. Hold on. Because... Hold on. Oh my gosh. Also... Hi, Arrow! Hi, Quentin! How are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. I will always start with dinos. Dude, it's a great way to start.
Alpha Beta, hi! How you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Arrow, I almost broke one of my... Oh, no! I'm sorry. Yeah, Help Wanted 2's out! That's awesome! I have lost track of time, and I was surprised that it is out already.
But yeah.
Hold on, guys. I know this is so scuffed in the beginning, but literally... Oh, did I do it right? Oh, did I do it right?
Hi, Jailbait! Thank you so much for stopping by. How are you doing?
I hope you're doing well. Literally? Okay, hopefully that's fine. Literally, as I hit live. One second. I finally got Argenti and Hanya. Dang, that's impressive. Hi, I'm here now. I actually did wish on the Silver Wolf banner. I did not get Hanya. I'm trying to install while watching your stream will be hard. Oh, yeah, that might be. Good luck. Hope it goes well. Hi, Flair. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Okay, so the reason why I wasn't moving was literally, well, I hope it's literally as I went live. I got a notification saying that the Noah and Mio amiibos were in stock. And I missed it the first time they were in stock, so I'm trying to figure out how to get it right now. It's like purely for selfish reasons. Oh my gosh, Alex! That's insane! Thank you so much for the 2 months! Thank you so much! That means a lot. Thank you, thank you. Sparkle, why did you have to come so early? Dude, right? They like dropped 2 character arts yesterday, which I was not expecting. I thought it was only gonna be 1, but no, there's 2. Watching at 160p because of download. That's understandable, yeah. Quick, everyone pray for place to get the amiibos built. We'll see. It was like, literally, I went live and I was sitting here being like, awesome. And then I noticed on my phone, it was like, hey, these amiibos got in stock. And I was like, are you? Ah! They're the only Xenoblade amiibos I am missing. So, we'll see. Normally, they drop 3 per patch for Drip Market. I felt like last time was only 2, right? No, actually, it was 3. Oh. I don't know. I was expecting 2. Maybe it's because I'm used to Genshin. Honestly, I will admit, the amount of characters they are releasing in Honkai Star Rail is a little concerning for me. I will admit. Especially because I've noticed a trend with a lot of the characters. I'm like, you guys can take your time. It's okay. But I don't know.
That's me.
But yeah, how's everyone doing? I hope you are doing well. Hope things are going okay. I am a little paranoid that I messed up on the amiibo stuff, but we'll find out. There was an announcement for a new Honkai game. Do you mean the Honkai Impact Part 2 thing, or what? Honkai Impact 3rd. Yeah, so Honkai Impact 3rd has been a game that's been out for a very long time. And it gets updated regularly, and it's getting a part 2, so it's Hortyverse. I mean, you're not wrong, but like, I don't know. It's an aspect that I don't particularly enjoy. I'm excited you finally do Neuvillette's quest. I am too. It's gonna be a good time, I think. I'm really looking forward to Neuvillette. Unless, Arrow, was the announcement something else regarding Honkai Impact? I thought the announcement was either a new patch or that they're making like a part 2 kind of sequel thing. Was it something else? Did I miss something else? Hang tight. I need to double check. I need to double check. I need to double check. Hang on. Yeah, it's part 2 of Honkai Impact 3rd. Right? I'm really excited for that. I am excited for those who are looking forward to the game, because I've tried to play Honkai Impact, and maybe I just have to try to get back to it, but for me, the gameplay loop was just not fun. So, going good. I'm thinking of switching my Noelle's build now that I have Farina. Ooh, you're gonna use Farina with Noelle? What are you thinking? Curious. Oh, anyway, honestly, this, I hope you guys have enjoyed the view. Fontaine has some very pretty sights. I was half tempted to start at Sumeru, though, to be honest. I miss Sumeru. Thinking of using the Mayo Hunter. Oh, that set. The Hunter set? Ooh, because of... I see. That set, literally, with Farina, has been very game-breaking, almost. Leo, hi! Thank you so much for stopping by. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Noelle is insane now. She was my carry back in the day. It's kind of awesome when I see so many people that have, like, mained Noelle, right? Because, for me, I didn't really like her gameplay, and I also built her as a healer, which I know not a lot of people do. But, like, seeing so many people, like, have a Noelle and have been building her, honestly, I have so much respect for people who have built Noelle. Noelle, Farino, Goro, Albedo. That is a good comp. That is a good comp. Guys, who here is excited for Navia? Is it just me? Brother, another Noelle main is in the chat. I'm looking forward to Navia. But I'm also like anxious. I don't know. I have a bad feeling. I'm gonna try to wish for Navia, but I don't know. There's something about it where I'm like, this doesn't feel good, but I want her. Yeah, you're not the only one. We have 2 Noelle mains in chat. LX. I honestly don't know what to think about Navia. That is fair. Navia's a character I like go back and forth on, where I will like her 1 minute and then another minute I'm like, oh yeah, she's okay. But then I will like her another minute. And it's also because she's Geo, right? Geo has a lot of level of caution when it comes to it, just given how the meta is. Quentin, it's never not every day you meet a Noelle main. It's true! LX, I'd have to see your trial run. It seems like a Geo character with a 0 mono-Geno synergy. Right. She seems similar to Ningguang in that aspect, I feel like. Or actually, Ningguang has some Geo aspects to it. But they both seem to be attack-based Geo, is what I'm trying to say. Main Navia. I'm still a Traveler main. That's fair. Geo's very hit or miss. It unfortunately is. And it sucks, because it's like, how do we go about Geo now? I don't know. Like, do we want to make all Geo units defense? But then Zhongli is HP. I don't envy the developers trying to figure out how to make it work. But I'm excited for Navia. That's another kind of reason why I want to get her, is to, just because, like, in spite of the meta, just to be like, I liked her as a character. I'm going to make her work. It's not going to be the best, but I want to make her work. If I get her, obviously. I'm excited for the direction they're going. I feel like crystallized reaction is highly underused. Honestly, I agree. As someone who has a C6 Goro, where getting crystallized shards can heal the party and whatnot, and crystallized shards are a great way to get shields, I feel like utilizing that aspect can be good. I love my Ningguang. She's kind of my Geo main. Ningguang's a great Geo main, honestly. I think doing more with crystallized than just popping a shield is a step in the right direction. I agree. I think so too. So that's one reason why I want to get Navia, is because I see what the developers are trying to do, and I feel like getting characters is a way to kind of say like, hey, this is a good thing. I like this thing you're doing, right? What about the new Overload character? To be honest, I do enjoy what they're doing with Fontaine, where they are like trying to bring back underrated reactions that don't get used, like Fremine, for example, how he's all about chatter. I do respect that they are doing that, right? I just kind of wish that they weren't just 4-star characters. Maybe what they're doing, and they've done this before, where maybe what they're doing is they're using the 4-star characters to kind of test the waters to get an idea, and then later, they're gonna make these type of characters like 5-star characters. So I do respect what they're doing and trying to make underrated reactions have a more of a use, like Overload with Chevreuse. I probably botched that. But for me personally, I just don't know how I can use her. I don't have like Overload team comps. So Alpha Beta, I do not mention that I finally complete Swarm Disaster difficulty 5. That's awesome. I just hit 4, I think. I haven't done Swarm Disaster in a long time, but 5! That's amazing. Holy crap. Hi, Ram. I'm a bit late. No, you're good. Single clap. Screen chat looks different. Yes! Actually, I have updated the chat for the screen. For reasons. This actually is a chat that is made by an independent developer named Zaytree. It's, and they did the previous chat bubble that she did the previous chat bubble that we had, and I wanted to try some of her other stuff. And this chat is an Animal Crossing type chat. I did originally have the icons, like the Animal Crossing icons, not there, but it seemed like a lot of people wanted them there, so I brought them in. So yeah, it's fun. I like it. I still have to like figure it out, because there's some aspects that I don't particularly... I mean, the settings, like there's some settings that I want to adjust, but I don't know. I'm trying to find a good middle ground, because it looks very good now, but I'm like, sometimes when we get really long messages, it just covers like a good portion of the screen. I'm like, how do I go about this? I don't know. Why does my chat avatar look like a pear with a bow? Because it's an Animal Crossing character. Hold on. Let me see. Unrelated to her Fortnite becoming to Steam? That would be interesting if they did that, considering it's owned by Epic. Quentin, I think it's a side they're trying to build up support first and then create a character. I think so too, because they've definitely done that before. I just... For me, because it's not reactions I have a lot of experience with, I'm not sure what to think of it. I want it to do well, though. Who knows if all these Hoyo Voice games will be on Steam as well. Well, Hawkeye Star Rail is. Thanks for the hydrate. Okay, other things. The Epic launcher is kind of ugly. That's fair. Speaking of Fortnite, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just dropped. That's exciting! Oh, snap! That is exciting. By the way, you can change your villager if you want. I believe, like, hold on, let me do a test. Who am I today? I'm Coco, it saves. I believe you do re-roll. Is it this? Hold on. It's been a long time since I looked at the commands. Testing again. Okay, now it's different. So if you do re-roll villager, you could get someone else. Right. They just dropped it, and you got Donatello, nice! I'm good because I got the best villager. Yay! How do you re-roll villager? So, what you could do is in the chat, if you type ~re-roll villager, re-roll in lowercase, and then villager with a capital V, all one word, it'll re-roll your villager to a random villager that you can have.
Too slow.
Anyway, I hope you guys are all having a good Thursday this day. Apologies for the strange start. It was just my luck that I literally went live and it was like, hey, here's this thing that you've wanted that could disappear in 10 minutes. And I'm like, ah! I don't have time. Please repeat that. So what you could do is in the chat, if you type !re-roll villager, if you look up in the chat, you'll see that I have typed out !re-roll villager. If you type that in the chat with lowercase re-roll and then capital V villager, all one word, it'll randomly re-roll your villager.
Quit following me.
Yep. So you should have someone else now, if we did the right command. Like that? Yep, looks like it. Okay. I'll be right back. No worries, Alpha Beta. So, story quests. We have been meaning to get to some of these. And I really want to do Neuvillette's quest this week. So I figured we would do that. I'm a little bit behind. As you can see, we've done pretty much all the hangouts except Kaya's, which I still want to do. And we have Neuvillette and Risley's quests out, which came out back in Act 1 and 2, and then Act 3 and 4, I believe. So they've been sitting here for a bit. Neuvillette is the best. I've heard great things about him. Honestly, he might be my favorite Fontaine character, I think. So I enjoy him. And I'm excited to see where this goes. Oh, right. They'll just sit there now. Back. Welcome back, Quentin! Familiar threat. Aha!
It's been a while since we last saw Neuvillette. Paimon wonders what he's been up to. Paimon has so many questions about his true identity. Let's go talk to him and find out.
Alright. We'll go and talk to him. Oh, you'll notice that Fremine is no longer in my team. It's because he finally hit Friendship 10. And so now I can have Kuki in my team and get her friendship up. Quick update on my Kuki. I'm still working on her weapon. I don't have very many options. So we make do. And then artifacts still could use some work, but I got her elemental mastery up to basically almost 800. And then talents also still need work. I'm kind of mad on him, but it's okay. Yeah, that's understandable. Honestly, all the Fontaine characters have been bakers. They really have been very good. I'm still... I will 100% admit... Cookie! I will 100% admit I am biased to the Sumeru cast. I just really love a lot of the Sumeru cast. But that is not to say that Fontaine's is bad. Fontaine's is also very, very good. I've enjoyed my time with Fontaine a lot. That's a respectable choice. That's what I put on mine. Neuvillette! It's nice to actually see you in your office.
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Neuvillette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Neuvillette! Sidine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Traveler and Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. This is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
Starting a new job, I can introduce you to some amazing detectives.
I trust that you'd be able to work that out with how well connected you are, but I must apologize. I do not plan on relying on anyone else's help for this matter.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Huh?
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
Thank you for understanding.
Oh, the voice line did not play. Whoops. Okay, then I shall return to my post for now. If anyone were to visit while you are away, I will make sure to record their visit. I sincerely hope that you will return soon. Okay, bye. I guess your last line disappeared. Sorry.
Judging from Sidine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
Whoops. She's adorable. Is this she? I love the Melusines. They are so precious. Someone threatened by small fish people kill. They are precious beans. Actually, the area with the Melusine village is one of the first areas I got to 100% exploration in Fontaine. Well, that was great voice acting.
Oh, thank you. I'm an amateur. Thank you, I appreciate it.
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events. There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Conflicts of interest. Care to explain in detail, please?
Come on, stop being so secretive. We still have no idea what's going on.
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Udex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Okay.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The
Okay.
incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines.
Let's see. You're concerned that you're the perpetrator's real target? Seems like they're using Melusines against you.
All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common
Right.
folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me.
And can it?
Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent.
I mean,
It
true.
has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider?
Yeah, how does that work? Hold on. How out?
But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
And also, aren't you the unless? Ooh, what's gonna be like? He's the Dragon Sovereigns of Hydra, so wouldn't it make sense he's over this region? But there is in Enkanomiya a piece of note that you can find where in Enkanomiya they were saying that the Hydra Dragon was going to be reincarnated as a human, which is Neuvillette. Y'all, if you haven't looked at Enkanomiya lore, you should.
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
Hydra Dragon Sovereign.
Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans.
Right?
Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
It's an interesting perspective. I don't know if I necessarily agree with it, but it's an interesting perspective. Quentin, you said earlier, I do special bond with Melas. They're so cute that I will harm anyone that tries to harm them. That is fair. They really do not deserve any harm, I feel like. Especially doing the Melusine quest, when you find out, like, where they come from a little. They are precious. I haven't even gotten to that place yet. Flair, that place is in Inazuma. If you've beaten the Inazuma Archon quest, you can get there. This was in between Tagline going to Del and us investigating his disappearance. That's fair. Yeah, that timeline is important. Hi, Alpha Beta. We just started Neuvillette's quest. And there's a case that he really wants to take on that involves Melusine, because he's had a bad history with things going horribly wrong and innocent people getting hurt, so he wants to take care of this. If you put it that way, we're also outsiders.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation? Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
Sinister.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
Sounds good, sir. Well, if we're gonna be playing detectives...
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true? Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things.
Oh, shoot. I looked over at chat and was like, she's done. But I guess we're catching up with him. As I was saying...
Paimon's been thinking.
Never mind.
You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. As a dragon out of water.
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
Oh my gosh. sees a Neuvillette's children as they get hurt, he will kill on sight. He's very protective of them. That one. BTW Kiara's the cute, or Kiara's the cutest. I was about to call her Kirara. Emergency food of. I was gonna say, if we're gonna be detectives,
I'm on the case.
now's a great time to bring him out. Might as well. He is a detective after all. He does need to be. Oh, he is ascended. Okay, just so that I know that he has been ascended.
Lurking in the dark. It's Bat Paimon.
Captain Pie! Captain Paimon. As she said a long time ago during Diluc's story quest. Do any of you guys remember that? That feels like a century ago.
Captain Pie!
I do the same thing. Wait, which thing? Oh, I can't jump. I'm going to die if I jump. Now I should be okay. Thanks, Captain Cupcake. I love it. Oh, the level thing? Oh, I'm glad. Yeah. Like, I would... Full disclosure, if you are a new player, I do not recommend you getting your characters ascended past 90. I just have more than I know what to do with. So, please.
The weather's amazing today.
Kiara.
Huh? Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are?
I think you said that wrong. You can't ascend past 90. Right. Ascend past 80. Don't do it unless you have enough resources, because it takes a lot.
So cute. She's a precious being, it seems.
Oh, I remember. You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you.
Hi.
Aw, she's adorable. Hey there, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right. I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
But I also want to know what the letter said exactly. Like, what made Sidine realize it was a threatening letter, and you not? I'm curious. Place over here with the level 101 Wanderer? If I could, I would.
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Someone who follows you from behind. Someone who always strikes up a conversation with you. Someone who follows you from behind.
Ah! Did you think of something? Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Oh.
Do you still have the letter with you?
Yes!
I want you to show me what it says.
Please, please, please! This is what I wanted!
Let's see. Found it.
Why did Paimon have the same reaction to these creatures as me? Because here's the thing. Oftentimes, I have noticed in my experience, Paimon and the Travelers sometimes react very similarly to what I do. Sometimes, obviously that's not the case. But there's been a lot of cases in the past where I have said something, and then Paimon and or Traveler says something, or they react similarly. Let me see the letter.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you.
That's mildly threatening, I'm gonna say, yeah.
A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions.
Hello? Hello? Isn't she supposed to be a guard? How come she doesn't know what counts as suspicious? Well, there's all different types of people that can make up a guard. They may not necessarily be guards. They may be doing, like, clerical work or something. Are they concealing their identity on purpose?
We can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mermonia to review some official documents. Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure! Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it.
Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Big Sis Paimon!
Don't worry, your Big Sis Paimon is super strong.
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of Kiara.
We'll take her to a lost place right away. See you around.
See.
So, Kiara, how old are you?
Is that a camera shot? I think so.
Let me think.
Sense a scoop? I'm hoping it's Charlotte.
2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago.
Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis.
Aw.
Huh. Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
That definitely sounds like Charlotte. Also, Rip, it's the Oratrice Mechaniste and Elise Cardinal guy. Yeah, he unfortunately made his rounds on TikTok, and a lot of people apparently didn't know he was from Genshin. Charlotte, please.
Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us.
Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here?
We're protecting Kiara.
Did you run into any trouble?
It's not really trouble anymore with us around.
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all.
That was quick. What were you inspecting?
I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see the residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat?
Oh?
Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well.
And I'm suspicious! And I see that hat!
Huh?
I see that!
What are you looking at?
I think there's someone over there. Yes, it's Bongo Head! We know this! There's an event going on. It's Bongo Head! It's fine. They're just having a great time.
Is there really someone watching us? Shh! Let's sneak over and take a look.
Yeah, it's Bongo Head. Here.
I think light and frilly clothes look best on you. You definitely look cute wearing them.
I love them too! Especially the soft and fluffy kind.
Okay, so I have to look for the suspicious person, and that person is gone. What about Kiara? Well, it looks like... Well, if Elofie has her eye on her, then we could go away, at least for a little bit. Hopefully. There you are. There you are, Charlotte. There you are.
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Gotcha!
Her face.
Charlotte, what are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter?
What are you doing here exactly?
This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuvillette and request an interview with him.
I see.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think? Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
I don't think he'd agreed. It's better if we kept this a secret.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. Oh, what a shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know.
Sorry,
In
Charlotte.
exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
It's about to be like, can we trust you? But in a way, I feel like we can. I don't know. Charlotte hasn't proved herself to be malicious.
All right, then.
Tell Charlotte about the letter Kiara received.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine?
Shh, not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact.
Oh?
It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her.
Huh.
I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me. But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move.
He's kind of
Some
like
may
a
have
celebrity.
already
That makes
realized
sense.
something was up. Besides, the case involves Melazines, so... Anyway, I'll
Oh,
get going now. Watch yourselves, all right?
that is it seems public knowledge then, or something, or the rumor cycle of
Well, that was a
the
nice
connection
chat.
they have.
Let's head back and check on Kiara.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Clorette's out and about! Ah!
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's great!
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Clorette, what are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Ah, Neuvillette sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Aw. And here we see a Clorette in a natural habitat. Just helping out, walking the streets.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
I just wanted to get to know her more.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find Neuvillette.
She's actually just out and about.
How has your work been recently?
Same as usual. My schedule normally isn't too packed, so I have plenty of time for myself.
Ooh!
Oh.
Then shall we go out to play? How about a beach vacation, like last time? I've even signed up as a volunteer lifeguard. I'm really good at swimming, so I'm sure I can help.
Aw. Hold on. Clorette! Your design fascinates me. Yeet! Just getting a good look at your design. What's up? Hi, How you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Welcome to Chioria Boutique. For tailoring services,
Chioria?
please make a reservation in advance.
Wait. So, real quick, for those who may not know, there was a live stream for the next patch, right? They teased a character, I believe, called Chiori. This is called Chioria Boutique. I know the names aren't exactly the same, but they're very close. Are they connected? I'm immensely curious. All right, well, gotta go to Neuvillette. Ba-da, ba-da, da-da-da-da, ba-da-da. Sister? What do you mean, sister? Did I say sister? I don't recall saying sister. If you want a theory. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, I understand now. Maybe? Maybe she's from Inazuma but lives in Fontaine? Guess we'll have to find out next patch because she's gonna be there in the event. Neuvillette!
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Cloran. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
And I go, thanks for stopping by, Pug. I hope you have a good one.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade. I've come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Do dragons have superhuman abilities to read super quickly?
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents.
You
After
can
all,
speed
I
read.
have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
True! Speed reading is a thing and it's kind of hard to do.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
Okay. Why is there a book about Risley? Wait, why is there a book about Risley? I know they work together, but... Huh? I love how Charlotte just kind of pops up along of all the different quests in Fontaine, right? It's kind of nice. It's funny, because in a way, she's getting the Sino treatment in Sumeru. Because in Sumeru, Sino was basically in every single event, right? And now Charlotte is, like, appearing in almost every single quest. Got back from making sandwiches? No worries, Quentin, it's okay. Okay, what does this say about Risley? The defendant, Risley. It's about his crime. For when he got into the place. I forget what it's called, but the place. The jail. The prison. Has confessed to his crimes and was declared guilty by Eudex Neuvillette. Risley will be exiled in the Fortress of Meripede, where he will be serving his sentence. What did he do? During the trial, Neuvillette remained silent for a long time. What does that mean? I know what he did. Ah! Fortress of Meripede. That is true. It's very close to that. Bribery case. There's been severe bribery cases within the guard. Excuse me. The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has investigated the case. All suspects involved have been arrested. Suspects have confessed to their crimes. It's his quest. I figured. Callus, the boss of Spino de Rusula, was defeated in the duel and died of serious injuries. The defense of his honor has now come to a close. The defendant did not raise any objections throughout the trial. Eudex Neuvillette reserved judgment in this case. Its details are still under investigation. Speaking of the Spino de Rusula, I saw someone say, and I couldn't tell if this was like a joke or not, but I saw someone look at Navia's newest trailer, and spoilers for Fontaine Act 5. But they were like, hey guys, I was looking at Navia's trailer and I didn't see Silver or Malus there. That's a little weird, right? I couldn't have possibly missed anything important in the last act, right? Again, I have no idea if it was a joke or if they were being serious, but I was like, that's a good point. If someone just played Act 1, we're like, wait, these guys aren't Silver and Malus. Why do they look different? About that. Sorry. Awkward. The smuggling case. The smuggling case was solved by joint forces of the Guard and the Morchose Phantom. Morchose Phantom. I don't know how to say that, I'm sorry. The principal offenders have received judgment based on the severity of their crimes. Please refer to the appendix for the list of names. Representative Council's proposal. Council has filed a request to collaborate with the Morchose Phantom on certain public events. Based on research, they believe that the Melazines can enhance the popularity of these events. The Morchose Phantom has yet to respond. However, it has not prohibited the Melazines from participating in such events. See.
Have you made any progress?
We skipped through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself.
Why keep track of it, I mean?
If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Ah, wow. Wow. Oh, I saw people saying stuff like, don't pretend to be them to a picture of two NPCs doing what they would do, whatever splash shots. Oh no.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine.
I mean, with how they're popularized, makes sense.
There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
I wonder how Farina is now. We did her story quest. She seems, and based on the event that's coming up, she seems to be on the up and up, which is exciting.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right, let us take a break then.
Are we just... I guess we're just chilling. Is a main story quest coming up? Well, they're gonna just chill. Let's have talk chat. The main story quest coming up? Not next patch. Because Act 5 was basically the end of Fontaine's arc. Now all we're really waiting for is the Dainsleif quest or an interlude quest kind of thing. Because Fontaine's arc is basically done. So... I'm just happy she's not depressed anymore. Yeah, I'm happy that she seems to be doing better. Too. And I'm happy that she's choosing to live her life, you know?
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something?
Sometimes no. I really want to try her macaroni. Maybe one day someone will make it in real life.
All this silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
You just like feeling silence, Paimon. But you know what? Maybe I'm
Please
no better.
pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do.
Have you ever played Uno?
Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Neuvillette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines.
Nope. It's water.
He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like Dilu.
Nope, it's water. wine glasses.
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
It's water, Paimon. It's water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
Paimon is like, are you kidding me? I wanted something with sugar or something sweet, and it's just water. See, I'm just going to be happy when Fontaine's over because every single question it has just made me very sad all the time. I'm glad you made me feel things, but I'm running out of salt. Yeah, Fontaine was very good. Honestly, I don't know, because I saw people saying, like, they cried a lot during Fontaine's quest. And I'm sitting here trying to remember how much I cried during Sumeru's, because I cried a lot during Sumeru's quest. Like, a lot. So I'm like, did it beat that for me? I don't think it did. But my memory's not the best. Nothing like imported water. Straight from Liyue.
So it's just plain old water?
Honestly, this is me, though.
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Huh?
I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Teyvat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintse Village, and Inazuma's Konda Village. Here is one of their latest products. Water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
Oh, that's fun! Is there any different... You don't know! You don't know. Oh my gosh. Water tastes different depending on where it's from. He is beyond a wine stop. He is a water stop. Lesson. There is a difference. It can be minor, but there can be differences. Sumeru had my anger, Fontaine had my tears. Which, okay, I'm going to be focusing on the quest, but I am curious, what region was your guys' favorite and which one was your least favorite? I was talking with my friend who has just, I shouldn't say just barely, they're like AR-45 now, but they started Genshin, and so they're like going into everything new. What was your favorite and least favorite region? Because I was telling them about the hate that Inazuma got, and they don't see it. They don't understand it. They think another region is the worst one as of right now. Anyway, but I want to hear what you guys say.
If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintse Village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda Village placid. Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
They might have just completely destroyed their taste buds so that they can't taste the difference in water anymore, Neuvillette.
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway? Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
That could be the case. Also, I can taste the difference of water.
We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society? Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, for example. I can only vaguely recall its connection to me, but I am unaware of what that connection is exactly.
You need to go to Angonomia, my dude. Is there anyone who could answer those questions?
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Teyvat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
I feel like Dvalin is the most approachable one, to be honest.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
I see.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Paimon's getting dizzy already.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another idea came to me.
Oh?
Water? Do you mean...
The Fountain of Lucine?
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look!
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Alright, sounds good. Welcome back, Hero! Alright, let me read what everyone has says while we are heading over. As a whole. Yeah, I would say as a whole, arguably. Currently my favorite region is Fontaine, but I feel like there's a bias for that. Maybe. My least favorite is Enkanomiya. That's interesting, because Enkanomiya is one of my personal favorites. Favorite was Sumeru, now is Fontaine. Least favorite was Mondstadt, but only realized it after finishing all other areas. See, Mondstadt is still up there for me. As of right now, Enkanomiya is below the chasm. Interesting. Also, Apep would tell him to go away. I agree. Dvalin is the most approachable dragon, and the other dragon is sealed in the ground. The Geo Dragon. Did we miss something? Where Kiara? So, Chlorent is watching Kiara, and I feel like we can trust Chlorent. Here's the thing. I'm about to get hate for this. My favorite region is Sumeru, which I've said before. For me, it just... Even though Fontaine has been great, I love so much about Sumeru. My least favorite area is probably Liyue. As bad as that sounds, it's probably Liyue. I would also say that I feel like Liyue's Archon quest is the weakest one out of all of them, which, again, I know is going to get a lot of flack, but it's just the middle section of Liyue just is...
Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yeah. Oh, right, I meant to read yours, Blair. I saw it earlier. You would say least favorite is Inazuma, stuck on Factory. Favorite as a whole is Sumeru. Yeah, when I was talking to, like, a friend, I mentioned, like, Inazuma just is, like, everybody's least favorite, or, like, a lot of people's least favorite, and they were like, really? I would argue that Liyue's is the worst one, and I was like, thank you! Finally! Because, listen, Liyue has an amazing beginning and end, but there's a lot of that middle where it's just really boring and is directionless. At least with Inazuma, you knew your goal. But also, like, I don't remember exploring Liyue or my experience with Liyue. Whereas every other region, I can recall my time exploring it. Like, Mondstadt was very novel, and I feel nostalgic with that area. Inazuma, I can specifically remember that there were areas where I just sat there and looked at, like, the horizon and just, like, thought about all of the horrible things that had happened in Inazuma. And then Sumeru, I love Sumeru. It felt magical at the same time, but also you were uncovering, like, lost civilizations. And Fontaine has felt like this, like, aquatic wonderland. I remember nothing about my time exploring Liyue. Like, genuinely remember nothing. The chasm was cool because it felt like I was learning more about the underground, and Economia was cool because you were like finding out more lore about things that happened well before Conria. I can remember every other exploration experience. I don't remember Liyue's. Genuinely. There was way too much falling off cliffs in Economia. That's fair. I didn't have that issue personally, but that's fair. I guess I think of the regions how I traverse them. I don't really think about the stories within them. That makes sense too. I get that. I would say maybe Fontaine being my least favorite because of the NPCs. Fontaine is really high on my list. Yeah, see, the NPCs do not make me mad, to be honest. It takes a lot for me to get mad. And I don't agree with their opinions, but given the circumstances, given the culture that they were raised in, given everything, I can understand why they were thinking the way they thought.
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
No, you shouldn't. We're talking about stuff. My favorite memories of exploring Liyue was being on top of mountains. That's true. I did enjoy climbing up the mountains and seeing it from a view up high, but, like, that's almost it. I genuinely don't remember much. I just think Inazuma gets way too much hate.
Looks like we got lucky today.
True.
There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next?
Appreciate Monster for how flat it is. I agree. It was very nice. It's a good beginner area.
Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Not really. Should I drink more primordial seawater?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
Oh?
A safe distance? Neuvillette, what exactly are you?
Oh! Be sanctified.
Oh, it's glowing!
My eyes! A wave of dizziness washes over you. My leg! What just happened? Everything looks a little different than how they are normally. I should continue forward and take a look around. We're in the past! Ooh! We don't have any UI. Nice. And I cannot walk. Flashback. No! Oh, I just realized. I switched to my Traveler to Electro to kind of show something to, again, the new friend. I forgot to switch her back to Hydro. Oh, is that gonna be Carol? Oh boy, here we go. Yep, there it is.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement,
This
but
voice
there's
familiar.
no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom.
Maréchaussée.
I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village, but I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Interesting. I do feel bad that Carol had to go through that, but it's unfortunate because there's a lot of people that do unfortunately experience that. Also, is this... No, it's not what I thought. Okay, never mind. As a whole, Fontaine pissed me off the most. However, Inazuma being my least favorite is more so frustration. Inazuma was very experimental, and when you're dealing with experimental things, a lot of it will flop and be frustrating and unsatisfying. See, I feel like a lot of the hate I saw to Inazuma was in regards to its story, and also a little bit of the difficulty spike that it happens there. That was what I mostly saw. And it's interesting because I personally didn't experience too much of difficulty, but I'm also a slight masochist, so maybe my opinion on that matter is null and void because I don't know, I've played some pretty hard things before. But I will say my friend had went through Inazuma and I was like, there's a difficulty spike. And then they had to fight right and they were like, that wasn't a spike! That was a sheer cliff! What are you talking about? It's like, I'm sorry! Alright, let's see what we got. Battery.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh.
Aw. Just trying to help. Remember that world quest where you have to come back every 7 days? Yeah, I didn't mind that.
Hello, I'm Carol, a Melazine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Neuvillette allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Maréchaussée Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Maréchaussée Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melazines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Neuvillette's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
Because people tend to be very aggressive when it comes to new things, and that is the unfortunate truth. Because people don't like change. And in some ways, they feel attacked when change happens. And it's unfortunate that people get caught in the crossfires of it.
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
Okay, I'm glad he seems genuine. Technically, they are born from calamity. That's not an oversimplification. It's true. There is a quest where you find out that they are born from the remains of a giant creature who is implied to have... I believe it's implied to have come from the Abyss. So, it is true. But, yeah, unfortunately, the reactions of people, I am very familiar with it. I often see reactions like that when it's new stuff, or, like, a new change, or whatever. People just tend to react strongly. My heart is breaking. I know. And it makes me realize, like, Neuvillette, like, the Melazine said, like, Neuvillette said it's gonna take time for people to get used to us. If we think about the future now, like 400, 500 years later, a lot of people love the Melazines. But again, like Neuvillette said, unfortunately these things take time, and it sucks because those who are experiencing when it's new will get the worst of it. An outer dragon. That's it, yeah, an outer dragon. Hi, guys.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace,
Aww.
awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melazines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melazines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in.
Unfortunately.
Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Oh, I'm Hydro now. Oh, right. Like the one from Dragon Spine, the Rhine Daughter. That's right, that's right.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melazines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Alright, explore the nearby area. Okay, you know what makes me realize stuff? Kara came with, so she witnessed the change in growth in people. Yeah, she has. I mean, a lot of them have, but... Oh.
Melazines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
You'll notice, okay, before I progress, you'll notice that the lady said, like, if we had only kept things the same, he wouldn't have pushed our hand, which is something that you see, I feel like, when people have had their way for too long, that they start feeling entitled. And that's what it comes down to, is that they are feeling a loss of something they feel entitled to. At least that's how I interpret it.
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back.
Hope you're doing okay, Luke. Why did we travel to 30s Disney cartoon? Because we are in the past. About 400, 500 years of the past. That's why I think most people are BS when change occurs. Yeah, typically when change comes out, I try to give it some time because I feel like a lot of people are very reactionary. Oh, I'm waiting for the sadness though, because we know what happens with Carol.
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carol into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carol chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carol might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young.
No.
She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvillette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you. I will take responsibility for everything.
And I can't blame him. Hey, I don't either, but I still don't agree with the solution either. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I understand the logic, but I still don't agree with it.
Gotta get ready. Have fun, Arrow. I hope you have a good time with it.
Also, I've realized I might have missed a few hydrates. If I had, I am so sorry. But I'm gonna take some hydrates right now.
Also, Luke, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you so much for stopping by.
I hope you're doing okay. I can blame him, but I can also understand him. Yeah, that's how I feel. I definitely understand where he's coming from, and I can understand why he would feel that way and his anger. His feelings are very valid, but I don't agree with the conclusion he came to. Oh, I should have waited. We gotta take a break. Well, let's see what happens.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Whoops.
Bail him out?
Why? Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Neuvillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around.
I don't think you know him very well if you think
Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did?
Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law.
Exactly.
To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off?
He explained why.
Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
He's doing his
Order.
job.
Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
If people understood Neuvillette's dedication to justice, we wouldn't really have too many problems. Yeah, that's the downside when it comes to law. I feel like that gets misunderstood a lot, is that law has operates very differently than personal justice type of thing. Like they were saying there, like we were saying, I understand why he did it. I don't agree with his methods. He still broke the law. And unfortunately that in some places it might seem okay, but in others, like with Neuvillette, he's like, we still have a law to uphold, because if we're making an exception for you, are we going to start making exceptions for everything else? Type of thing. And that's hard. That is hard.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
What was that?
Apologies. It seems like my memories got the better of me.
Do you want a hug?
I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over. Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
Sounds overwhelming.
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
The memories I saw were related to you.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the court of Fontaine, when you declared Vautrin guilty. From when you brought Carol.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it.
It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form.
Yeah. Now I know, and you don't have to talk about it.
You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Sorry, Paimon.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange.
Before we get into that, I want to read chat for a bit. I want to kill them. Death is too good a fate for cowards like that. I would do things legally and ruin them socially. I mean, that would be nice, yeah. Law is not the same as morality, nor should it be, and can be argued that morally, you could say that punishing evil is good, by the law, it's not allowed. Yeah, and like, obviously the law is different in every country, but what the law is supposed to do is it's trying to be, like, fair. Doesn't mean it has to be morally fair, but it has to be fair. And that can be hard to wrap your head around, because it's supposed to be fair to anybody, whether they are innocent or guilty. And that is a hard thing to juggle. It is not perfect. It is definitely not perfect. But it can be really difficult to wrap your head around as well.
I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here.
This line does not match what you just said, Ray Chase. I'm sorry.
However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case.
Okay, the dialogue got mixed up.
Oh, didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it. In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here? I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, this is apt. You're gonna be released soon. That's exciting. We are not lawyers unless someone in the audience is. Oh, for sure. We are not lawyers. I will say I'm not a professional, but I do like to look into the law every now and then. The law is fascinating to me, but I would not say I'm knowledgeable at all about it. But Navia! It's so good to see you.
Navia! Nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry.
How are you, Boo? Yeah, how are you? You're about to be released. Are you excited?
Rumors
rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case.
All right, word has gotten out.
So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you.
Ah!
Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long. But the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think. Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Marmonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Bye, Navi. It was good to see you. Going to fire cannons at people. It's gonna be so good. Her burst is amazing. I love she has a giant axe save.
Neuvillette, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
Oh, something's gonna happen.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
If I remember quick, her Bosch is showing at this quest. Oh,
have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
100% truth. Gosh, where have I heard that online?
What? That's it. Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
See, notice here, Carol was saying, like, in time people will come to appreciate Melusines. Here we are, hundreds of years later, where these guys are like, who the frick is threatening a Melusine?
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
Indeed! Report them to the guards! Aww.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that. Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Oh!
Come on. Don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right. Let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals. Especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Neuvillette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Opportunists,
Seriously?
I see.
Were you planning to shirk your duties if Neuvillette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the Special Patrol came to help.
Shh! Look! Isn't that Neuvillette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
I think he could still be worried. But maybe he's happy to see everybody care so much.
This is truly wonderful.
Yeah!
Wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Let's do it. Also, Fleur, I saw the old man in the background. He did it! Accurate. That popped up for me twice, but I only meant to do it once. See, that's the weird thing. For me, I'm not seeing it pop up at all. Like, I hear it, but I'm not seeing it pop up. Hold on. I need to check something real quick. And then we need to go on a break, actually. Huh. I wonder why it's not showing up. That's weird. Okay. I don't know why I'm not seeing redeems in chat. I'll have to figure that out. Anyway, yeah, it's been almost 2 hours. So I think we're gonna... I'll do that when we come back. We're gonna take a quick 5 to 10 minute break, guys. All right? I meant to do this a long time ago, but I didn't want to interrupt all the stuff that was going on. So, I'm gonna run some ads while we take the break. If you need to step away, get some water, do whatever you gotta do, this is a great time to do so. All right? We'll be back in, hopefully 5 or 10 minutes. All right? Hold on. I have to... Okay. All right. BRB, guys! you guys had a good break. Hope you're able to do what you needed to do. We got too caught talking about morality. We got caught up with the quest. Yep. Sorry. Welcome Anarchy is very synthwave. Oh, I gotta check that out. If I'm not here by the time you get back. Oh yeah, no worries, Quentin. Thank you so much for stopping by. I also realized I forgot to say goodbye to you yesterday when you had to go. So I'm so sorry about that too. I'm really sorry. But I hope you have a good night. And good luck with closing. Also, this is a new person I actually have added to the break playlist song. This guy, or actually I don't know their pronouns. This person said that these streamers could use their music. I need to add more of their stuff to the playlist because honestly, there's a lot of bops. Anyway, we'll listen to that next time, I think. I hope we'll have another break. I'm not sure how long this quest is. Either way, let's head back into the game. All right. So I want to do this because I have a lot. Give me those rewards. Oh, I went up 4 levels. Nice. I would say maybe a little bit more than halfway through the quest. Okay, perfect. I was like, we have 30 minutes left. I would feel so guilty. Ooh, I'll take more of those. Navia funds. How many
Doing detective work means you gotta walk the walk.
Oh, I was like, who's talking to me?
Literally. I need to search high and low for evidence.
46 fragile resin. I should probably use some of those. And then 2 acquaint fates. Oh, you know what? I just remembered I have a 10 pull in Honkai Star Rail for the standard banner. I should do that at some point. Neuvillette! You know what? I keep forgetting that there's a quest in here that I need to grab. Mark it on the map, me! Do it later. Neuvillette! He is not here. Neuvillette? Smuggling case is, though. Oh, never mind, he's here.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one. The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inika, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise.
He's the only one that we're not monitoring. Everyone else is. I need to go. No worries! Thank you so much for stopping by, Flirt. Listen, real life happens. I promise you are just okay. You are just okay? You're just fine. Thank you for stopping by. Good luck. Have a good one.
It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Should we tell Navi about this?
Monsieur Neuvillette, someone claiming to be from the Spina Durasula just checked in with us. He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe." Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
Definitely suspicious. Not sure what that's about. Hopefully, I mean, I want to say that Navia's probably got it, but Sadine did say like someone claiming to be from the Spina de Rosula. What if it's not? What if it's not? What if they saw Navia talking with us and was like, we'll use that to our advantage? I'm second guessing everything again! Ah! Alrighty. Hopefully it'll be fine. Don't start the quest right away, please. And it's sunny now. Oh, there's Navia. She kind of stands out, unfortunately.
Hey, Navia, we're here! Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
Oh, we're talking? I thought we were just spying.
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Erica? Hold on! Erica? Was that Erica Hart? What's her name? Her old last name was Erica Harlicker. Venti! That sounded like Erica.
Something feels off. But, oh well. Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essan here?
Yes, that's me.
Hi. The head turned like...
You're Essa?
It was just like the slow, like the...
Yes, monsieur, Neuvillette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Domenico? Where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place. Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
I don't know, just the whole setup of like us quickly finding it feels off.
All right then, let's head to the fortress right now.
What about everybody else that was there? Oh, snap! Involvement. Continue the quest may cause parts of it to be hidden. I would like to continue. Hi, everybody.
That was a close call.
Are we really in the clear, though?
Navia's still here, too!
Please escort the remaining guests back to the Fleuve Cendre. I appreciate your help.
Yes, boss.
Oh, they're both... Oh, I understand. These three. Okay, okay. Those two are Spina di Rosula. Understood. Do you say anything separate?
Please escort the remaining...
Yes, boss.
Oh, I am so excited for her. Just look at her! Just look at her! My goodness. Alrighty. Well, Fortress of Meropide, here we come. Let's see. Oh, gosh. I still, like, I've explored Fontaine, but I have not touched anything in the Fortress of Meropide. Let's go. Also, gun umbrella. Dude, right? It's so cool. I am so excited. Also, I just really love her burst. It's so, like... I don't know the exact word I'm looking for, but it carries that, like, over-the-top anime vibe that some women characters have. Specifically the characters that are like, oh, with their hands up. It has that vibe with just like cannons. It's so good.
It's Monsieur Neuvillette.
Hi. Is that all you were gonna say? Okay. Risley! Hi, dude. What's up?
Welcome to the Fortress of Meropide, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself. Guess we made a name for ourselves place.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase.
Okay. There's the threat.
I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started.
Oh.
And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened?
Sigewinne!
Sigewinne!
A Melazine named Kiara received a threatening letter.
Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Wriothesley.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Oh gosh, this has happened before.
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns.
I love this exchange so much. Like, his tone, Neuvillette's tone definitely had the tone of like, I know what you're about to do. No. It's like, if I could talk about D&D, it's like when the rogue is like, I have an idea, and the paladin is like, no. Looks like you didn't even hear it. I don't have to know what you're thinking.
Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were the Duke, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Oh,
please come with me to the infirmary. And watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Okay, but first, it's a new day. I haven't been here in a bit. Alrighty. Up here. There we go. Let me grab that. Alrighty. Also, it's kind of fun running around as Haze, though. Obviously, my Wanderer is much stronger than he is, but Haze is one of those characters that I also really enjoyed, but I never had, like, the chance to build.
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh? I'm Oriole, a member of the Mutual Aid Network. Is there something you need?
Could I have talked to NPCs this whole time? Dang it! I never had a chance to play him. Yeah, I think I got him. He never came home. No! I can't remember when I got him. I feel like I got him and then I was like, okay, I've basically built every animal character, so I should build him. And then he just kind of got sidelined somehow. Like maybe I got busy building other characters or something. I don't know. So you don't say anything, but you got a badge on. Sorry that Azo never came home. I hope you could get him in the future, maybe on a random off banner, off, like from the standard banner or an off banner thing. That's how I got Fremine, to be honest. I mean, he was free from the event, but I got Fremine from a random standard banner poll. Infirmary!
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink? Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that.
Good reminder. I had to wish for Wriothesley because I dig the melee style. That is fair. Yeah. I didn't wish for Wriothesley because I think I wanted to save up for other stuff. But one reason, okay, I will admit, one reason why I'm considering getting Wriothesley is because I want a reason to use Shenhe. Because I love Shenhe so much, and I have her. But I've had such a hard time finding a good team comp for her. Because I don't have a cryo DPS other than, like, Chongyun or something. And I'm like, I just want to use my Shenhe! Please! See, should be calling out the streamers right there, for real. Like, as soon as she's like, that's a sign that you're dehydrated. I'm like, it's been a while since I took a sip.
I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about. Typical Sijuin. Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
The criminals we passed by earlier.
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Oh, that wasn't me being... Oh, aha!
Familiar?
That was crazy.
Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them.
I noticed.
But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
Paimon and I will go. You're not exactly a sight for sore eyes around here.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Time to go spy. Time to go sneak. He's walking! He's moving!
I place great trust in Wriothesley, so I rarely visit the fortress of Meropide. However, exceptional circumstances call for exceptional measures. I hope I didn't cause him too much trouble.
Gosh, he's just so freaking pretty, dude. I want to run around as Kooky. She's new! I haven't had the time to, like, use Kooky at all. And she's new! Okay. Over here. You guys.
Anything you need?
Badge you're wearing.
Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago.
Interesting. 400 years, you say?
We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family.
Do they? Do they treat Melazines right?
Helping each other is our
purpose. Do they treat them well?
At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
On the surface, I'm suspicious. I mean, maybe it's fine. Maybe I'm looking too much into it.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress, but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer.
Mutual Aid Network advertisement. Help each other. Do all you can to further justice. Do not detest just judgment. The above are 3 principles of the Mutual Aid Network. All are welcome to join, and membership is free. There are no compulsory group events. The Mutual Aid Network encourages members to do what they are able, including but not limited to cleaning, exercising, tutoring, and studying. It is hoped that all Mutual Aid Network members will, during their time in the Fortress of Meropide, face up to the crimes they have committed, encourage each other, support each other, and welcome the future together.
Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged.
Slogan has evolved. Okay.
Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
Ninja. Now we got a book. Oriole. Oh! Where is it? Did I miss it? Is it here? Nope. Just a welfare meal. Used to obtain a mill and a fortune slip. Life is not a game. Okay, I got a fried egg from that. And also, life is not a game. We're in a game. What are you trying to tell me? I'm confused. Okay, where is that book? Oh, it's already highlighted over it. But where's my cursor selecting? Oh, down here. Pamphlet given out by a very enthusiastic member. It contains basic principles. The logo looks a bit familiar. That's the badge. You!
You two look kind of familiar.
The badge you're wearing.
It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though.
Interesting. Medal of Peace?
The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other.
Fascinating.
All of us have a lot of respect for him.
History may have gotten distorted a bit.
We've gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
History might have gotten some distortion. Some things are not lining up exactly. It's like a game of telephone. Sorry. Neuvillette! I come bearing news!
Did you manage to gather any intel?
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh, so the network was inspired by...
Vautrin?
Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
Oh boy, oh boy.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
Oh, this is mildly stressful. Hold on, I need bunny hop. Boing, 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 boing. Oh, I'm gonna run out of stamina. Okay, where... The office should be this way. This is gonna be weird. There's gonna be confrontation. Maybe? I don't know. Organization seems to be either Vautrin lied, or over time, like I said, telephone game, where the things got lost. Or maybe he had a change of heart. Yeah.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
So you think it goes up even higher?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
Maybe.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return.
Okay.
After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
Oh.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines? Over that?
Ignorance is not an excuse, by the way. You're hopeless.
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the fortress of Meropide was declared guilty by him, after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against them, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection, so I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family.
She was just doing her job, dude.
But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force her to resign from the Maréchaussée Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
Are you gonna tell us more information? Wait, do you have records of Outram here?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
I mean, we saw that.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Yep, I agree with that.
I get it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
Tragedies like that won't ever happen again. I mean, here's hoping.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Oh my gosh, tea.
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me.
It's true.
The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Oh.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Mermonia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
You're not going to...
Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
Ah, yes. A chat. He said it with a different inflection, so it doesn't sound like it's going to be a chat.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Oh, please tell me some answers.
Yep.
Please!
I thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression.
Okay, interesting. So maybe... I don't know, he was very mad when he got sentenced.
In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
Okay, wow. Just keep clicking, please. Just keep clicking, please.
What?
Doesn't he hate Neuvillette?
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment.
Oh.
Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice.
It was intentional for that.
And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one.
Oh.
That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
Wow.
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Bye. It's nice seeing you.
Please, take care.
Oh, that does make sense. Oh, follow Neuvillette. Isn't it? Oh, it's about to rain! Oh, no!
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Wriothesley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Wriothesley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler? Hey, any comments?
What I really think is...
Oh, snap, they're talking!
Every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
As the Hydro Dragon Sovereign, Neuvillette still thinks of himself as an outsider due to his identity. But so much time has passed since then. Perhaps the lines blurred between him and humans. But the lines between him and humans have long since blurred.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Aww.
Oh. Ah! It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past. Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette!
Wow, that voice hits different now!
Over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Aw. Oh my gosh, wait, I saw Navia, Charlotte, and Clorette. And there they are!
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Wriothesley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia. More than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger.
That's amazing.
I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy. So I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvillette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
And not a spare moment later.
That's not how you celebrate.
I will consider it.
Oh?
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Oh, I love Charlotte.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Ooh. Gotta return to the Palais. Clorette, Navi, and Charlotte.
Oh, an exclusive interview! Am I dreaming? What should I ask him?
Don't let anything hold you back. Make the most of this opportunity and ask away.
I agree. He'll decline any question he can't answer anyway, so you might as well give all of them a shot.
Every single question. That's a lot, dude. I'm trying to think. I feel like the quest is about to end. So let's head over to the Palais real quick. Because it hasn't been quite an hour. Neuvillette! Neuvillette! Where are you, my dude? How are you doing? Oh. Oh, he's not here, it seems. Oh, Kiara! Oh, he is here. Okay. Oh, she's sleepy.
Kiara?
She eepy.
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now.
Aww.
Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time. In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot! Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
Off she goes. Look at her. Poyo going hard with the fields. Dude, ever since, like, don't get me wrong. They have always done stuff. Surumi Island hit me in the field so hard. I feel like ever since Surumi Island, Poyo has been like, "Hi, your feelings? They're mine now." It's like, ah! Stop! Oh, that is it! Can I talk to Neuvillette? He is here!
I once thought that time was of no consequence to me. Distance yourself from others and stay focused on your work. A few years or a few hundred, it's all the same. But after all this, I've realized that perhaps this way of thinking is fundamentally flawed. The passing of time has its own consequences. The answer that I've been searching for amongst all those lives, perhaps it's life itself.
Aww. Aww. Dude. Man, that was a good quest. I can see why people really liked that quest. For sure. Very well done. Speaking of quests, I think... Yep. Well, I'm gonna have to remember to turn that in. That was good. It's only 2.5 hours. Hold on. Do you guys mind? Let me Google, actually. Let me do a quick search. Let me bring this over. How long is Risley's quest? Risley. Wait. YouTube. Risley Quest. Let's see. Oh, YouTube's doing the thing where it's not giving me time previews. Hour and a half. This took me about 2.5 hours. Dang it, that's gonna be late. I mean, it makes sense it's an hour and a half, but I wanted to check. Alrighty. Well, you know, I have noticed I've been yawning a little bit through this, so maybe we just have a bit of an early stream today. I was kind of hoping I could do more today. Like, I usually like going 3 or 4 hours, but maybe it's for the best if we stop here. I can maybe get some sleep a little bit earlier. So, let me head over to the end screen real quick. And, I think that's where we're gonna end the stream for today. So, thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. I really appreciated it. Apologies that it's a little bit shorter today, but I think it's for the best. I'm gonna use this opportunity to get some rest and rest my arms a bit as well, because they hurt earlier this week, so I gotta take it easy. I am planning on streaming next week. I think next Wednesday is gonna be Tears of the Kingdom. We're gonna see what we can do. Next Wednesday might be the last Tears of the Kingdom stream. It's either that or the next one after. That's my plan. And then Thursday, we might do more Genshin or Star Rail. It kind of depends. I think it'll be Genshin though. I'll post on Twitter. Thanks for the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much. Again, I do feel bad that I'm ending a little bit early, but I think I need to do it today. So, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Have a good weekend, everybody.